Hi, welcome to a new video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the My Team function. Very quick look at the livery editor as well, where I basically am going to set up my team, and in this we'll see exactly what we've got in my team, what options you've got, and how it all works. So we'll have a good play around with this and basically see what happens. Okay, so first thing in team overview, you have to select your own character. Now I've gone in and already customized mine, but if you want to, you can do it at this stage. I've already decided my team colors are going to be orange and black with a little bit of white going in there. You have to enter a team name. I'm going for Arrows ASD. I'm picking Arrows because I intend to emulate their stunning form as a manufacturer and team throughout their long and storied F1 history. If you don't get the sarcasm as to my racing skills in there, just go and have a look at the history of Arrows and how successful they were, despite running on the grid for a very, very, very long time. We then come to pick our sponsor. So it talks you through which the sponsor options are and all of the things. I'm going for complete full season, so I'm setting my bar low here, only because if you've seen any of my F1 videos before, you will know my F1 driving skills are not the greatest, so I'm not going to over-egg myself by any stretch of the imagination here. You then have to pick a power unit supplier. I'm not going for Honda here, I'm going to go for Renault myself, mainly because it strikes me as the best of the lower level options in there, and my sponsorship isn't really going to stretch to anything else. I've then got to pick a teammate. Teammates are interesting and quite balanced here. I've got 4 to pick from. They all cost the same, but what I want to look at a bit more is which one is going to be the most consistent and reliable, as well as having a decent bit of skill here as well. So it's just talking me through the stats here. Probably should have edited this out of the video, but there we go. It's a bit late now. I'm doing the voiceover. Can't really be bothered to go back and do it. Yes, get on and let me pick person. Come on. Come on. Yes, an overall rating, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there we go. Here are our 4 options, and that's who I'm going for. Louis Delatraz. There's my teammate. So I'm going to confirm all of that and go in and select my livery here. So with the livery editor, that's it. You basically can go in there and pick from a default livery any liveries you've previously selected, or you can go in and create your own new livery. With the livery, you can, again, there's a range of default ones in there. Some of these are from the Schumacher edition, and you can pick which ones you want to go through in terms of that and use them as a kind of default base layer here. And then play around with the colours. The sponsors you've already put on there, or the sponsor you've already selected will be on there. Your team, your race number will be on there as well. So I think the one I'm going to go for is this streamlined one here. So we then play around with the colour. It's a fairly standard colour editor in here, so you can play around with the hue, the saturation and the luminance. I'm going to go for a black base here. I then am going to have a white minimal stripe on there with an orange main stripe. So let's get that orange in there. That's it. It is a bit frustrating you can't pick from pre-created colours, because that would make matching things like your race suit, helmet colours, etc. a hell of a lot easier in that regard. But no, not that one, that one. There we go. That's streamlined and the colour I wanted to go for there. So there we go. Looks quite neat if I do say so myself. Good spin around of that. And then select that. Ta-da! You can then select and edit a team badge. These are, in all honesty, a bit limited. I'm going to go for one I created earlier on. It's just a series of shapes that you can overlay on top of each other. I haven't had a great play around with it yet, but I wanted to try and streamline this process as much as possible. But you then select your team colours, and you can copy your livery colours in here. I've only just noticed that doing the voiceover. That would have saved me a bit of time when I was actually doing this video and recording it. So there we go, but at least they're fairly easy colours to match up. Once we've got all of that done, we can then head into the season. You can pick from here full, 16 or 10, and you then go into an interview. And during this interview, you answer a few questions, which basically will give you a kind of jump start on your development program, which areas of the team are further ahead than other areas of the team. So let's just recap on some of these questions and what answers I gave, because on the whole I can't remember. So yes, just a little bit of intro spiel from Blokey Bloke there. You can see the colours you selected in the badges do pull across into your building, so you can see my orange, black and white theme there. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that's a bowl of apples and oranges on the table next to him. Yes, you've talked to your audience, lovely, now ask me a question. Come on, yes, you're saying very nice things about my lovely new team and how I'm the first driver, manufacturer, team owner in a long time, and I come from an illustrious line of peers, and I'm not going to bollocks it up like them, except I am going to bollocks it up unlike them. So here we go. Just general faff stuff to start off with that kind of sets the tone of how you're going to be. So there we go. My answer picked. Why did I pick my teammate? Because he wasn't completely incompetent. Blah, yes, come on. What answer did I? That's it, that's the one I went for. The right fit for our team. No one aims to finish at the bottom. Well, being perfectly honest, I'm going to be targeting and have a few close races with Williams, so I'm setting the bar as low as I possibly can.
Expecting the car to feel out on track?
We're going to maximise our traction out of corners. So I want to bias it towards aero. There we go, see, and pop up aero department. Will notice that and be very happy.
Years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Other teams, how are we planning to catch up? Can't remember what I said on this one. Hey, a fresh pair of eyes, unique ways. Our aero department's looking at that again. They liked that. Most of these questions you can guess which part of the team is going to benefit from it the most. It's not particularly challenging. So I think I went with stress testing there. Yes, whole season. That benefited our durability. And then I think this is the aero one that I gave a big shout out to again. A short time miracle, most important part, biggest, all of that kind of stuff. And now he's going to go blah 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 and bugger off. And it will end the interview. Ooh, I said end weird there, that was odd. It's going to end the interview, and that will then allow us to have a look around some of the other parts of the team.
Great interview, boss. You nailed exactly what the team's
this
been
just
working
talks you through some of the options and stuff, and your sponsors and how you're going to get cash and extra bonuses. So this really is just a repeat of some of the stuff we saw earlier on. It's part of the just talking you through the fact there's going to be lots of resource management, which traditionally I'm fairly shite at, so we'll see if I can mess that up. And a claim that's there if you want to hire better drivers in the future as your teammate. And then these are your 6 departments: aerodynamic, chassis, personnel, powertrain, durability and marketing. So you can then go into them, and there's nice pretty little graphics around each of them as well, which are quite interesting. And you can upgrade these. You can see the cost to upgrade these and what bonuses it will give you and stuff like that. It's just talking through the R&D stuff. If you are familiar with the previous F1 games, you'll be quite comfortable with this. You've got an R&D skill tree broken down into 4 areas. So powertrain, aero, durability and chassis development. And you can then put your points towards it. So as you can see, you've got 1,000 points to start off with. It can be a bit overwhelming at first, which is why you can go for a recommended upgrade, which will then suggest the best place for you to start. You can go in and look at options around that and then choose to develop something. There is a chance it will fail. So as you can see here, there's a 40% chance it will fail. Impact minor, and it gives you a target date for when it will be ready. I'm just going to spend my points here, so I'm going to go in and have a look at improving our ignition system. You can also rush the development, which is locked at the moment, but if I remember correctly, that increases the cost slightly, but also increases the chance of it failing as well. You got things like then the vehicle mix, your corporate stuff, where you can, as time goes on, add additional sponsors onto the car and bring more money in. Current standing, as you can see, Arrows ASD is at the bottom of the field there. And then if we look at the various facility elements, so personnel, the simulator, fitness centre and an analysis suite. I haven't got any funds for any of this at the present moment. As you can see, you need to bring in some money before I can do that. Your chassis development will improve fabrication, so number of parts, build time, quality control, etc. Aero, similar things in here, so fabrication, build time, quality control and resource point generation for most of these build type areas. And then durability, same for that. And then marketing improves your activities management and sponsor relationships. And you've got your weekly resource points and also your weekly running costs. At the present moment, I went in to have a look at the podium pass. Wasn't available last night. The super license, pretty much the same as it's been in previous years, so it just talks you through the various rankings and your trophies and stats in here and shows you where you are. I've not actually done any racing in here, so at the present moment it is very, very, very sparse. Then you can play around your calendar, so you can advance time at any point. You can stop that, basically gain points and spend points through here. You can then go to your car reveal and set team activities as well. So team activities help manage the team and give you rewards from cash to acclaim and various stuff like that. If you're a bit overwhelmed by it, again, there's an autofill option here. So I just hit the autofill and it went for driver training camp. Probably quite important, and it shows you what your benefits and rewards off of the back of that are. So it's fairly user-friendly in that regard. And then if we head out, you've got a mailbox in there as well with various messages from our IT department and Carl and all sorts of stuff like that. And then finally, come on, I know I did this next, we went to our car reveal. So go to the car reveal, very shiny car reveal, and once we've got the car reveal done, that's then basically this video over. So if you found this useful and interesting, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more like it, subscribe and hit the notification alert bell. So thanks very much for watching this, take care, and we'll be back soon with more from F1 2020 and my poor driving skills. Thanks very much.